forever. There's some other cool things, like you get a Steam bike, which is pretty cool. You can, in the second and third ones, you can install parts to it to make it faster, you know, have a better turning. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't really get into it that much, but one time when I beat the third game, I was like, hey, I got nothing to do, let's level up my bike, and I wish I would have done it sooner, because my bike is super badass. It's got spikes, it's got like a face, I'm not even kidding, it has like teeth, it's awesome.
I remember by the end of the game, my bike was all pimped out, and I was like, oh my god, it's so cool!
I'm like, Adelie, come here. I got like a rap song or something, like Jew, Jew, Jew. There's a group of characters that can transform into these anomalies called avatars, which aren't actually implemented into the MMO. There's this virus that's going around called IDA, and people that are infected by IDA start getting sick in real life. Any IDA-infected person that player kills a player that's not an avatar user, they will fall comatose, which is essentially why Shino fell into a coma. So the avatar battles, they are a lot of fun. They're kind of like an arcade shooter. You control Haseo, you can do things like dash around the battlefield, you could shoot lasers and attack them with your scythe, and when you shoot lasers enough times, you can stun them and then you attack them. And then here's where data drain comes in. When you get their HP down to 0, you can data drain them, and that's pretty much it. That's the avatar battle. Kind of lame, in my opinion, about the avatar battles is that they only happen during certain story parts, but the thing is, you don't even think about that because they happen so much. You don't even think of it. You're just like, oh, another avatar battle. You don't think, oh man, I better savor this battle because there's not going to be very many left. Most of the generic IDA are pretty easy, but it's where you fight the other avatars that's really cool.
There are certain characters in the game that have the avatars. There's only a select few, and this is actually in reference to the original dot hack, where you would have to go around, you would have to data drain these things as well. Each time you fight one, it's actually another player, and it's part of their character. And it's something that isn't normally supposed to be a part of the MMO. It's just something that's like outside of the bounds of what would normally be considered part of the game, which is pretty interesting. Haseo is one of those characters, and a few other characters that you meet throughout the game are also those characters. And fighting them is really interesting because every fight is different. It's not the same strategy over and over again. Even though it is basically have a few things that you can do. You can shoot and you can slice and you can dodge. Since all the characters have different attacks, they have different ways of fighting. That it's really interesting every fight because you have to change the way you attack in order to be able to defeat them. And I think that makes them even better. And what's also pretty nice is after you do them, the game lets you go back and refight them if you want to, which I thought was a nice little added bonus to throw in there.
When the avatar battles are so much fun, and then you can't do them anymore, at least that's there. And plus you get some like cash out of it when you go and do them again, which is nice. Even